No one cares. Oh, I forgot to mute myself, it seems. Oh well. I'll go back to mute myself because I really need to pee. Hello, hello, hello. I'm having a bit of a weird day today. And it's all the fault of my circulatory system. I assume that my blood pressure is low again because I've felt like I've been on a roller coaster the whole day. And it kind of sucks. Like my brain was just like, not just tired, but loopy as fuck. But I think as soon as my second dose of ADHD meds is kicking in, I should be feeling better. At least I hope so. If not, well, then I'll just figure out a way to get my blood pressure up, at least a little bit. I think that my camera is not quite picking up my mug, which is why the tracking is a little bit off. I might need to actually add a little bit of lighting in here. Give me a minute. Yay. Alrighty. That should do the trick. Oh yeah. Yep. Tracking's much better now. Good. Yes. When the lighting is not is kind of subpar, then the tracking is just going down the drain. And I definitely need to get myself some additional lighting in here, like some small floodlights or something to just shine somewhere near my face to make it a bit more optimal. So, today we are going to finish Nicolas Cage. I'm gonna put myself a bit more into the corner. I'm not feeling like having a hat today. I hope you can kind of understand that. Also, I have lined up a Cthulhu sketch, Cthulhu Tier 3. I also have an idea what to do with Yog-Sothoth Tier 3. I still have a hard time figuring out a good sketch for the other two tiers of Nyarlathotep. Sadly. But I think as soon as I got the other two figured out, maybe it would be it's going to be a little bit easier to get that going. Maybe in the meantime I'll have a few ideas. At least I hope so. Yeah, tracking is definitely a lot better when I actually have a bit more lighting in here. It's just it kind of sucks because it's getting dark earlier, so I have to rely on artificial light. I have a bit of a problem with not getting much light into my apartment. At best, I have like 5 hours of light in here. So, yeah. But I'll survive. I went outside, got some groceries. So I actually got some real sunlight. Yes, I touched grass. Well, not quite. I touched the pavement with my shoes. But you get the idea. So, question is, what do I do now? Color. And maybe sorting my sketch a little bit, because this feels like an absolute mess. Like I cannot discern what's what. That's the head. That's the rest of the torso. Well, that's the clothing. So we kind of want to have, first of all, a smaller brush size, because we need that. I'm still kind of amazed that this character is just it's just a damn reference, and apparently that has been making the rounds within the Souls community itself. So me just figuring that out, even though I had an ex-boyfriend that was obsessed with, hey Squiggity Goo, that was obsessed with the Soulsborne series and could probably cite pages and pages of lore to me still, that coin didn't drop on me is just amazing. How are you doing, Squiggums? How is it going? How have you been? I think I don't need that, but I certainly need to package this in my sketch group. It was indeed a great revelation. I very much agree. And I couldn't resist and turn that into a clip. It was just a oh. But I guess it was a little too long because no one actually made it to the actual what's the English word for it? In German, as in French, it would be the pointe. In English, oh god, yeah, I notice my brain is still booting. I guess I had to reboot my brain, and now I'm sitting here like, oh great, RAM's still working out the auto start stuff. Hey Walker, how are you doing? I hope you have a good day, morning. I'm not quite sure what time zone you are in, but I hope you have a good day. Punchline! That was the word. Punchline. That took way too long to figure out. Yeah, people probably haven't been... Oh, you're in the UK. Oh. So we might be able to meet up, actually. If you want to, of course. So yeah, but that clip was probably too long for people to wait for the punchline, which is kind of sad, because I really was so happy when I had the idea of adding that mug into that clip. Probably should have taken less than I probably shouldn't have edited in the whole clip of that. But it just felt right. People these days are just not patient enough to actually wait for the punchline, which makes me really sad. I was actually putting in an effort to put in that punchline. It makes me kind of sad. I think I need some... Oh, I still have some references pulled up here. Well, that's actually really nice. I actually thought it wasn't I didn't do that, didn't do that. English. Thanks for the Prime.
Potato Army. Aye.
For the 3rd month. Thank you very much, Walker. I very much appreciate it. I think at this point you could technically wait. I'm gonna give that poor guy a shirt underneath his vest before I start with the line art, because I think this should be a good point to start the line art phase. Got a little bit of a rough throat, but that should not deter me from actually being here working on stuff and doing things. Also, I got a little bit of an idea for a commission service. Not sure if people are going to like it, if people are going to be interested in it. But I think if I get a few commissions with it, it'll definitely be fun for me to work on them. So the idea is making Pokemon trainer cards for people. I mean, there are quite a few people that already do that. However, I've been a Pokemon fan from the start. Kinda sad where the franchise was going, but that does not mean that I do not love it. Still. I'm just kinda sad where it's going at this point. So I would really love to draw people with their favorite Pokemon, or maybe someone wants to have a card of a friend with their favorite Pokemon, stuff like that, you know? Maybe I'll expand it to whole teams at some point, but I definitely like the idea of drawing Pokemon and trainers together, just to have that lovely that lovely feeling back again. I just really... Great idea, sounds fun. Yes, I actually picked a few friends of mine and asked them what their favorite Pokemon is, partially without telling them what it's for. And I'll have them as example pieces. And it's also going to be a nice surprise. I'm also tempted to do the same, but not in card format, with Digimon, because I also know quite a lot of people that are huge Digimon fans, but can't just warm up with Pokemon. So I thought might as well ask at least one person that is one of those big old Digimon fans what his favorite Digimon is. But shh, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. Wait a second. I remember that I didn't do line art for this. All of a sudden. What was I thinking? I want that in multiply, I want that in full opacity, and then we'll put underneath that a... maybe I don't want it at full opacity, maybe just down a little bit. I still have to research the price, like how much I want to charge for that. Because I still have to figure out how long it'll take me to draw Pokemon in person. I actually made a template for the trainer cards based on, I think, current generation trainer cards. At least I hope so. And I really hope that what I'm doing there is going to work out for me. Also got some stuff, some cute stuff, which I still need a few guinea pigs for? Nah, probably not guinea pigs, but definitely some sample people. Like some people that are willing to be my sample flat base. I think I do want to pack that into a group. And the flat base is going to be the flat base, just one color to rule them all. so I can just clip the actual colors on top. Yeah, that's grammatically correct, I hope. Me and grandma. Me and grandma. Also got a little bit of a rough throat, but I think I mentioned that already. But I got some iced tea right next to me, so I'll sip on that and hope that it's gonna be better. Zippity zoop. Delicious mango iced tea. So let's give Nicolas the color he deserves. Not quite sure with the color palettes on that. I'm actually tempted to give each character a certain color palette, because I think that might underline the different deities in the first place. So this one's gonna be Yog-Sothoth. And I think I'm going with this one for purples and pinks. Nyarlathotep is going to be browns, yellows, and reds. And Cthulhu, I'll stick with blues and maybe also purples, but bluish purples. Jesus Christ, my throat. And my nose. I hope I'm not getting sick. That would really suck. Cause I kinda wanna get stuff done. I mean, I'll still force myself to work on something if I get sick. I know myself. Also, I'm still addicted to Satisfactory. Kind of. But how can't you be addicted to that game? It's just way too good. Especially for that control obsessed brain of mine. Like, I'm honestly a bit of a control freak. Not gonna lie. So a game like Satisfactory, definitely great. It's definitely calming as hell. Unless my fuse is blowing. Then I'm in slight panic. But that's typical for Satisfactory. As soon as your fuse blows, your heart rate is going through the roof. Which means for me that I'll have a normal blood pressure. But yeah, it's a little bit. There's a game called Control. You might like it. I don't think that the name and the game itself. I think I heard of Control. I'm pretty sure that's not the game you advertise it as. I'm pretty sure of it. Also, how the hell do I actually have 169 followers on Twitch? Nice. Nah, it's a third-person shooter. I honestly like first-person. I prefer first-person shooters over third-person. You won't like it? You sure about that? Because I actually do like a few. Okay, I prefer first-person shooters over third-person shooters because I can aim more precisely. Third-person is a bit of a. I don't know, how the hell am I supposed to aim on that? And since I like being in control, it's kind of a. I have less control over third person. But I think you get the idea there. Weirdly enough, my throat wasn't that bad when I was outside. But I also have a very weird habit when I'm out and about that I'm not going to talk about. And that might have been the cause for my slightly sore throat right now. No, I'm not screaming in the streets. Because some people might think that. Okay, it's about an organization that takes over objects that involve the occult and you get psychic. Oh. Oh. If it was a first person, I'd buy it. I'd be completely in for it. But when you say third person shooter, let's just say I'm the type of person that whenever she has a first person shooter in her hands, she always takes sniper class. Anything sniper, because I love giving headshots. I really love just shooting, blowing the brains out of those people. Polygons, not people. I just like being precise. And since being precise with words is a bit more difficult, you lift yourself up off the ground with her mind. You raise me up. No, I'm not gonna start to sing. At least not that. But yeah, I'm actually a fan of first-person shooters. Weirdly enough. I know I don't seem like it. She is Jesus. No, she isn't. But yeah, when I was playing Satisfactory and was looking for Caterium, which for those who don't play it is a type of electroconductive metal, I think. It was one of those really big hogs. And I basically just built myself up on foundations until I could manage to shoot that fucker with rebar, with my rebar gun, which wasn't easy because I had to aim way further up than I had to, just because I had to kind of calculate the I had to kind of calculate the parabola, like the direction and the flight thingy of my rebar. First person shooters are fun. I definitely agree. They can be immense fun. Oh, for me, it's kind of like I really have to feel it. Like I really have to be in the mood to play a first-person shooter, which kind of annoys Vlad a little bit because he really wants to finish Borderlands 2 with me, and I rarely have. I'm rarely in the mood for it. Makes me feel a little bit guilty, to be fair. Because I don't want to be like that. I don't want to disappoint him. Makes me just feel bad. However, we have the flat flats of our Mikolash. I'll give him a nice purple. Well, okay, it's more pink. It's more pink. First person from all your roguelites. Yeah, I know it's kind of unexpected for me to actually like first person shooters. But I definitely love BioShock because I do like the setting of a broken paradise, like paradise gone wrong kind of thing, which is also why I really do like the premise of We Happy Few, which may not be a first person shooter, but it's a first person game. I kind of like that stuff. And I would love to see more like that. Like, I really want to see more games that explore the paradise gone wrong thematic. Gone terribly wrong, I might add. I mean, We Happy Few is more or less about a population that kind of represses their bad or negative feelings, which would actually fuck me up. Like, you have to be able to feel bad to actually notice the good times. That's how I think about it, at least. I could never understand a person that just wants to feel good. Because you have to have the downs to actually see the highs. Alright. So let's see. We kind of want to have a nice... So I was thinking about a pinkish, purplish palette. So maybe I kind of want to have some basic. Let me see. No, I don't want that one, but I'll need it later, maybe for Nyarlathotep. Number 3. Definitely can turn that one off. So we want definitely some reds in here. And I can use the purple for the mantle. So also I might need to. Nah, everything's fine there. Good. Oh, wait. Almost forgot to turn myself into. Where is it? I keep on looking for that every time. Into streamer mode on Discord. So no one's gonna bother me. There we go. Alright. So what we want to have is some wine reds, some pinks, though I'm not quite sure where to put the pinks. Maybe I'll just desaturate them. So I'll just put them inside another. Definitely want to have a very desaturated and darkish purple for the robe itself. So that this wine red is going to be this part of the robe. Maybe I do want to go slightly into the blues. And wow, skin color is going to be. Wait, I could actually go for a very pale, desaturated. Maybe a little more into the pinks. Could technically go for this, or maybe I want to go a bit cooler, a bit more into the gray. That could actually be a decent skin color. And then here and there a few brown spots, of course, because we kind of need the brown for the hair. Could technically just go for the pale the dark desaturated purple there. Also, I have that pale pink, so I could technically use both for the skin. But that's just one thought. Okay, let's go for this one first. And let's do the back of that robe here. Which should not be too hard, because that's going to be our first proper color layer on top of what we got. And if I look that up correctly, then yeah, that's going to be all red. So I can just go for this pale dark purple for the pants. Of course, I'll have to add an extra layer for that. Every color needs its own little layer for it to work well. And then I'll use a duplicate of the flat base for shading. Should be easy enough, I would say. Okay, let's add the hair already. Maybe we could also go for this color at the base of the... At least the top of the cage should get that color. Maybe also the base to frame it, the face better. I hope that's right. And then we're gonna fetch the red here, another layer. Kinda nice that I don't have to think too much. By simply just being precise with the circling within the character, or within the flat one, within the flat color here. Still need to be careful though, because it's just kind of annoying when you're just messing up with the flat colors and you notice way too late that it's actually happened. Maybe I also want to add a bit of a dark desaturated wine red. Like heavily desaturated for everything that's brown, but not the same brownish as... Same brownish as, for instance, the hair or the pants. There we go. That's the reds. Also, I need to actually close the window behind me because it seems like my neighbors are a bit on the louder side today. At least that's how I hear it. You might not, luckily enough. Alrighty. Now the question is, do I want to get darker here or do I want to get lighter? I think I want to get a bit darker on the vest. Which one did I pick? That one. Okay, so... think I should add another layer for this one. Something that's still underneath the reds, but not quite. And then I'll need a little bit of white, or at least something really pale. Maybe a bit more on the purple side, very light. Just for the shirt right here. Now I kind of want to actually use this dark purple for gotta have to look up my reference. I kind of want to use the dark purple for my for that here. Not quite sure if it's supposed to be like that. I mean, all the shirts, the shirt there is actually quite dark. Just doesn't feel right if I only have dark-ish colors on this one. Like, I need a little bit of light and dark contrast. At least a little bit. So maybe maybe, just maybe, that shirt is sewn that way, or it's part of the inner jacket. Let's agree that this is going to be part of the inner jacket. I know it's not the same as the actual character design of Mikolas, but that's where my artistic freedom is coming in. I mean, we've already gone with Mikolas Cage in the first place. Might as well go there. Might as well also do the eyes! Whoops! While we're at it, and then I'll take this one for the outside of the... Oh wait, I forgot something. I very much forgot something. This little piece is from the back. And then we have... maybe I'll wanna darken down this, maybe go a bit more into the pinks, because that actually sounds like a great idea. Let's see. Now that actually might a bit more saturated. Yeah, definitely like this. So we'll throw that in there. Maybe I'll just put that part in here to make it easier on me. Also, we'll have ads in a little bit, so get yourself ready to have a bit of a pee break. Oh, yep. Definitely like this. I certainly will have a pee break. Because my bladder is being a bit on the I don't want to say it. There we go. At least we got the flat colors now. As soon as ad break's over, we're going for the shading and for details. Definitely like this. All right, ads are on. I'll have a pee break. I hope you have too. Get yourself some snacks. I'll see you back in a bit. Oh God, I'm getting old. I'm getting real old. All right, we're back. Let's go into shading this madness. I'm not quite sure what kind of background I want to go with this. So that's going to be a bit difficult. It's much easier to know how to shade when you actually know what the background's like. Maybe I'll go for a little bit of photo bashing to ease my troubles. Yeah, I could technically. Though that would require me to find a good Victorian laboratory. Not laboratory. We're not trying to have a Labrador and a tortoise in one body. Okay, my brain just thought it would be the greatest idea ever to turn the laboratortis into a mix of Labrador and tortoise. But I could technically use that as a reference. And yes, even the AI generated stuff, because it can actually be somewhat beneficial, even though I'm really not a fan of it. Laboratortisama, yes, indeed. Laboratortis. So, okay, I did save. I really need another sip from my iced tea, and I definitely need to eat a little bit more. But my brain is actually working at this point. That's nice. My brain is a little bit more happy than before. I think for now we'll just go for a basic background fill. So what I'm gonna go for is I'll have let me think. Since we're looking for purple to red, might as well go for the same in our background. Maybe that way. Or background gradients, but I feel like I need to have much. Now that looks okay. What's your brain doing, Monkey Skull? Then we doobly-doop that guy. Put it all on the very tippy top. Go for multiply. So that the... where do I want that? Where do I want that? Brain, come on. I think I even want a pink-ish. Shadow. Let's clip that on there. I kind of want to try to maybe get the light from a little bit from a bottom angle to make it look a bit more spooky. Because we want the spoops. Thanking yours for work and mine's in the dumpster out back looking for scraps. Hey! Some people live off dumpster diving. I'm happy that I don't have to do that. But it's also kind of sad how much is just thrown away that's actually still good. That's also why and that might be a bit of a weird tangent or a bit of a weird sidetrack. It's also why I really like the anime Gachiakuta. I didn't finish the current season yet, so please no spoilerinos. The latest episode that I've watched was, I think, episode 7. I was at episode 7, or I've already watched it, but I'm not entirely sure. So if you watched if you watched Gachiakuta, no spoilerinos. I'd like to watch it for myself. Pretty please. I do wanna have a layer style with this one. Easy outline. Oh, that easy outline is a little bit too thick. Let's go for 4. Yeah, that's a lot better. And I do want to have that gone. Okay. Let's go down to 2 pixels and maybe not black. Maybe I do want to go for a just episode 1. I'll spoil it for you though, since you asked nicely. There's trash in it. Oh really? Is there? As I said, I've gotten till episode 7. I think. I'm not entirely sure. But it's really good. It's like really good. Okay, I think that should do much better. But I do not want to use that. I think I'm going for this one to get back into the pixel art-ish style. Kind of want to trace my sketch here. Since we're not using actual line art, that should already do the trick. Can I technically... Nah, but what I can do and what I will do is use a physical ruler, because that's really nice for the straight lines, since it also permits me to have pen pressure. I'm gonna turn that down by a few pixels, and then this should go really nicely. There we go. Just again, one of those main characters that on one hand you kind of love to hate, because, well, he is a little bit of a brat. And on the other hand, you kind of want to have him to succeed, because he's been struggling his whole life. It's that kind of, you kind of want to love him, but you also kind of want to hate him, partially for the same reasons. And I just really like, and maybe that's a bit of a me thing. It's the whole concept of things, items, developing their own soul when being taken care of well enough. Like I kind of feel that concept has a little bit of truth in it. And it is actually deeply rooted in Japanese folklore that either abandon things that hold a grudge, become demons, like for example the trash beasts in Gachiakuta, or if they are cared for a lot and being taken care of, they become benevolent spirits, if that's even the right word. Like they are kind spirits instead of being spiteful. And I really like that concept, because there are some things in the world that I'm quite attached to. Some items that I feel just would feel sad if I wasn't there anymore. That might sound weird, but I really like that idea of things coming alive if you really take care of them. Also, a lot of things that people throw away are still good. Why would you just go for the, oh yeah, when it's broken, I'll just buy a new one? If you can technically learn how to fix stuff most of the time, like, or use the parts that are still good of that broken thing and turn it into something new, which I also very much like. Kind of have to think about how much stuff we just throw away. And no, that's not one of those one of those, yeah, we have to save the planet kind of things. It's just, why do you want to waste material? Why do you want to waste your money, especially by just buying a new thing instead of maybe even learning a handcraft or trying to repair your own stuff? It keeps your brain also kind of... It keeps your brain kind of active, because you have to figure out how to... you have to learn a new thing when you're repairing stuff. There's so much benefit in trying to repair things or turning them into new things. Because you're kind of learning a new craft, you're kind of being creative in a sense. Hell, you can even use trash for artwork. That's what the whole objet trouvé, and I probably butchered the pronunciation on that, movement is about. That you get, that you have stuff that you, I don't know, found in the streets, found somewhere, and turn it into art. It's also one of those one of those things back in school that I'm kind of remembering, and now deduct from that I actually might be autistic. Because in German to put stuff together kind of has the same word as to sort. Anordnen. So put something into a certain order. And I was taking that very, very literally when we had that specific topic in art class. Like, I actually sorted that stuff by category instead of actually turning it into a piece of art. Because I couldn't quite grasp the concept of making a collage with stuff that you have found. That's where my brain is just going like, that sounds way too autistic to take it so literally that you just sort the stuff on a piece of paper instead of actually turning it into an artwork. I find that highly interesting in hindsight, because when you research topics like these, especially because you're kind of interested, because you have the feeling that you kind of fit into that, then you're sitting there like, wait a minute, that sounds familiar. I think I had this and that situation, and now that I can actually see that pattern, how the hell did no one else notice? And it's just so weird. Like, as soon as you learn about a topic that might concern you, you start to realize that there are quite a few situations we're just going like, hey, that sounds familiar. It's just so weird. Just so extremely weird. Okay, so where do I want that light to come from? Because technically there is coming light from above if I'm going from that from that gradient in the background, but it might actually look a lot more creepy if I'm going from a downwards kind of angle with the light. Let's see how it looks. I mean, luckily enough, I've set up a transparency mask, so this is going to be a lot nicer. So we kind of want to have light here. Definitely light there, and then we have no light here. I'm basically just looking or trying to look at the parts of the face that are lit up. I'm not quite sure about that, so I'm just gonna add some light here on the bridge. There might get some light here. I might even go for the eyebrows there. Technically, there should be some light here. That part is going down quite a bit, which means that I'll have to add a little bit back here. So we kind of want to have the light from there. It might look good, it might not, but that's for me to decide once I've gotten there. Maybe I do want to add some lips here. Because technically you can kind of see, or the light kind of hits the lips. Right there, at least the upper lips and the lower lip just on the bottom. If you're struggling with, especially with lighting, then you might want to try to learn how to shade basic or very, very simple 3D shapes. Talking cubes, we're talking balls or spheres, pyramids, stuff like that, in different angles. Usually helps a lot with learning how to actually shade well. And very good practice. Might be a little bit boring, yes, I admit. However, if you're struggling with shading, you really want to give that a shot. Because it helps immensely. Don't have to think in portals, you just have to think in 3D. Which shouldn't be too hard since, well, we are living in a 3D world, after all. And if you're really struggling with shading in 3D, learn Blender. Learn any 3D program. And we kind of want to have a little bit of shade here from that, so kind of going there. Maybe I want to have a little bit there. Kind of want to just add a little bit of lighting then back in there. Because there is still light coming through the sides. Still need to add the rest of the cage, of course. And the ones back here don't even get any light because they're just so far away from the light source that it just doesn't make much sense. Maybe I'll go for a little bit of backlighting. And how that's really dark at this point. But it makes sense. Oh boy, that already looks creepy as hell. Oh, that's a little bit too big. Papa, 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 papa. I think we have light on here, then we have a little bit of shading there because it's going forward and the light is coming from there. Maybe I want to stretch that out just a little bit. Definitely wanna have a little bit of light just coming through here. Still have to make that ribbon there though. Didn't even know that there was a lo-fi version of that one. Might not want to go for any light here. Maybe I'll add a bit of a second light, a little bit of fill light. I don't know, a little bit of a second light right there, right back here. That's for future Feldy to decide. Now I'll have to ignore that hole when I'm going for the render stage. Now I have to think. Definitely gonna have some light there. And a little bit of light here. Maybe I'll blend it in over there. Also make that just a little bit softer here. There we go. And we'll definitely have a lot of light on that side. Maybe I'll even Light that up a little bit more. God, that face just looks so damn scary, but that's more or less the purpose of this kind of lighting. Has a little bit of a horror-ish vibe. Kind of interesting how a lighting angle can change the mood quite quickly. Like if I would just go for a basic top lighting, it wouldn't look as scary as this. Like here you can really see that this man has lost his mind. That's also why he's caged. His mind has completely gone. And no one's gonna help him. That poor bastard. To be fair, I've also considered maybe making a reference to In the Mouth of Madness, but Nicolas Cage. How could I not have Nicolas Caged? Maybe I do want to use the same layer for the bow here, so we're going for this red. Just add the bow right there. I kind of want to use maybe a little darker. Might not work well. I'll definitely have to clean up the sketch. There's no way around it. It's the hair, so might as well do this. Maybe add a little bit darkness to that nostril. Ah. Okay, let's see how much I can do with a little bit of a blend tool right there. Oh wait, wrong layer. Because if I blend the right way, shadows will look a lot more realistic. Now the trick for that is to actually figure out where you have sharp edges and where you have smooth, kind of smooth edges. Like in the face, the transition is most of the time rather smooth. So you don't want to go too harsh with the lighting, even though it kind of helps with the creepiness. But facial features usually are not that edgy, so to speak, that you have like very extremely strong edges. So you kind of want to just smooth that out. Same goes for hair, since you have millions and millions of little hairs. Barely can see much of an edge. Of course, you can stylize that and have only harsh edges, but since I kind of want to have a bit of a painterly style, I have to take that into account. Maybe I do want to have a little bit of light in here. Kind of hard to see thanks to the sketch. Thank you, Past Feldy, for messing that up. See if I can put the sketch like that. It's a little cleaner now, but I still have to add some stuff. So I'm gonna just turn that one off as a backup. And then we'll see how much I actually need of the initial sketch. This actually already looks pretty nice. The hands are just missing. And that's a little bit annoying. Also, I might need to just add a little bit more, introduce a little bit more light in here. Doesn't need to be much, just enough so that the head here isn't disconnected. Would be kind of annoying if it was. Okay, clean up there. Actually, those folds don't even need to do that much. Right? I don't even need that much of the sketch to actually see where my folds are. I'll still keep it in as a little bit of reference. And if I need to actually fix something, it might also be very useful. Now, there's some parts that definitely need to get or need to be erased. Also, that hand I am, let's say, to 60% certain that it looks okay. On the other hand, well, that hand is barely visible, so kind of hard to say on the other hand. I did it funny. Might need to redo that hand. I'm not 100% happy with it. Oh well. Guess I'll go for the cage instead, at least for now. Ah, wait. Wrong brush. I need that one. So let's hope. Oh, of course. Eh? Eh? Oh. Just feels weird while having that sketch up, but well, I guess that's something I have to ignore for now. And this is definitely too thick. Perspective, Feldy, perspective. Do you know about it? Apparently not. No. Still going down, because the bottom of the cage is still looking up. Kind of want to actually have a bar here as well. Kind of looks like a bird cage. Then I do want to have a bar here, a bar here. Then we do want to have a Oopsala. Kind of want to have a bar here. and a bar here, so we have some bar there, like this, this, and then this is going down like this. Doing the back is going to be weird. I'm almost tempted to do the back on a separate layer, just so I'm not messing up the perspective here. Actually, I think I want to do that. Just doing an extra layer just for the back side of this. Probably going to work a lot better than me trying to figure out which line goes where and where it's coming from. Let's just do that. Also going to make a lot more sense of that here. Alrighty, we also are close to the next ad break. Oh, I need to stretch. Maybe also I have to get up my ass a little bit. Whoopsie. Whoop. Alright. It's ad break time. I'll see you in a bit. Also, I'm gonna get up and stretch a little bit. Might be a good idea. Also got myself a little bit of a snack. I should really eat. Because why the hell not? Got myself some pudding. Chocolate pudding, by the by. Alrighties, ads are over. And I still got chocolate pudding. Where did my smudge guard go? So, since we want to do the latter part of the cage, or the back part of the cage, onto a different layer, I think I'm going to just copy the layer style here. Let's pass some over here. Nah, man. It's mine. It's all mine. Ocean, toss it. I'll find it as usual. Oh, you have absolutely no idea how little I can throw. Like I was one of the worst people to actually throw stuff in class. I'm about as sporty as a slug. That pie is taking its time. Oh boy. I had pudding, not pie. Technically, I still have pudding, but you get it. I actually have to think where those streaks go. But I hope that I can do it well enough. Looks kind of weird, but I think it's still gonna work. So I kind of want to have that here. Then there's going to be one going over there, one over there. I probably would barely able to see that. I'm still missing some here. That should go right over there. Ah! Now I'll just add some in-betweens. Maybe I'll just go for another ruler. Run. A little less pressure, maybe. That actually looks right. I think it is. And then we do the same at the front. Just gonna add some with the ruler. Here we kind of want to have a little bit of a window. This does not quite fit. I'm not super happy about it, but well, it kind of works, I guess.
What the? A ghost?
Now, shading the cage is going to be not as much fun, but it has to be done to keep the mood. Nicholas, yeah, Nicholas Rage. Oh, right. Wrong way around. There we go. That makes more sense. Probably have to clean up the sketch a little bit more because now the sketch is kind of poking through the cage here.
A ghost?
Technically, I can also still add a little bit of shading here. Oh, yes. That actually fits perfectly. And we'll add also a little bit of shade here. Gonna throw some shade. Then I can just add even more shading. Just also going to add a bit more three-dimensionality into all of this, because as you can see that the shadow is kind of bending depending on our shape of the face. Kind of have a little bit of shading here and there. Maybe I also want to add a little bit of shadow there. Actually, it doesn't look half bad. Maybe I want to keep that. That hand just looks awful. And I hope I can fix it in the rendering stage, because now with the sketch, it's not too great. And even I still struggle with hands, even though I'm really trying to do them right. I don't want to have a little bit of shading there, and there, and there. And I still have to clean up the sketch a bit more. Right here. I think that should already be it. And then I still want to have another layer just filled with multiply pink. Not luminosity, multiply. Thank you very much. Then I'll just take the airbrush. I'm going to erase. Size down. And just have a very soft shadow right there. Doesn't have to be super detailed because we already have all the detail we need up in front. Why should we have even more detail in the back? I have to actually think because I still don't have a clue about the background. I'm really tempted to just go for wild photo bashing. But first, a little bit more pudding. Because I needs it. Ah, makes me feel a lot better already. Oh, well, Monkey Skull, if you want pudding, then get yourself some. I'm not holding you up. Or back. I'm not holding you back. Hi, Vlad. How was your day? I hope you're doing good. Maybe I do want to have a little bit of shimmer, especially at spots where we might have a little bit of shinier fabric, like these red parts of the robe. Kind of look like they need that. Pudding for the chat. Of course you want pudding. But I can't feed everyone. I might want to add an extra layer for that. So let's go for a color dodge layer and let's see what green looks like on here. Ooh, that could be interesting. So I'm pretty sure Vlad has enough pudding in the house to feed himself. You gotta, it's the law? Are you sure about that? And in which country? Because if it was law in the US and A, well, you're kinda out of luck. I'm not living there. US law doesn't apply to me. Luckily enough. I has one pudding. See? See? Told ya. I told ya. Yes, indeed, you tried. Oh my god, it's the last one. Yeah, I just got some. I just got some with the groceries today. Forever! I'm pretty sure you won't be lasting without pudding forever. Wonder what happens. Also, definitely need to do something about that crotch. It's too much. Too much of a crotch. There we go. Doesn't look as bad anymore. Green light kind of makes it look much more interesting. Back to the pudding mines then. Yes, back to the pudding mines with you. And bring me some more while you're at it. You're my little pudding monkey. Oh wait, no, that almost sounds like a like a cute nickname. Forget that. Forget that. You didn't hear nothing. Oh. Oh. Are we still online? I think we are still online. So let's see what that looks like with screen. Yeah, with screen it just doesn't hit right. I think I'll go with color dodge. Okay. Everything's still fine. Just had a little bit of a scary because my OBS just said reconnecting, or better, the doc in my chat doc was kind of like reconnecting to chat. So I was panicking a little bit there because my internet has been acting up for a while now. Every now and then. Especially in the later hours, it was kind of like, yeah, how about I'm not loading stuff anymore? Okay, now streamed up. That's perfect. That's beautiful. That's all I wanted to know. Okay, we'll add a little bit of shade right there. Ooh, very much like that. Let's see. Can maybe... I prefer the original from the N64 soundtrack, but hell, Dire Docs is just... It's kind of hard to mess up when it comes to remixes. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Na-na-na-na. Na-na. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. I think it's time to render, but I still don't know about the background. I hate that. I absolutely despise that, not knowing what to do with the background. I mean, I could just stick with simple stuff by just adding, I don't know, 2 to 3 textures and then maybe go for gradient map and stuff like that. But is that actually the right idea? Also gonna... Ooh. That's what I wanted to do. Ba-da-da-da-da. Da-da, da-da. Maybe I'll figure something out while rendering. And 2 to 3 textures plus a gradient map should be fine. Exploding alchemy sets like potion bottles. Not a bad idea. I'll be thinking about it while I'm just rendering. But I think character itself already looks great. Technically, I could do the whole explosion thing in the front. Maybe add a little bit of smoke or something. My ears hurt a little bit. But I don't like my in-ear headphones. Really not a fan of earplugs and in-ear headphones. It just feels wrong. Need something in the background, just a mess. Well, of course, he needs something in the background, but I'll render this as it is anyway. Just chaos. Since Yog-Sothoth is more or less a chaotic mess of eyes and tentacles, maybe I should just... New layer from visible. Let's put that into a group and turn that group off so I can turn that one back on so we can actually go for the rendering. I mean, as I said, I can think about it while rendering. Leakage. Human flesh war. Does that even actually fit? With eyes and such. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm still not completely convinced. Oh, maybe I should turn up the opacity. So that my brush strokes actually have an effect. Especially that part is going to be a pain in the butt. It'll be interesting to see what you settle on. Oh boy, I'm also kind of wondering what I'll like the most. Because currently I'm a little bit too indecisive for my own good. But hey, as long as I can still kind of draw out the decision, or better, as long as I can still kind of push that decision back by just rendering what I already got, I think I'll be fine. Yeah, I'm a bit on the procrastination team. Team procrastinate. Also kind of wanna have that edge illuminated. Especially those, this part of the cage is going to be pain in the butt. Because you still kind of see the sketch lines through. That was definitely a mistake. But maybe I want to postpone that just a little bit. Procrastination station, choo-choo! Indeed. That's exactly what I meant. Which nation do we belong to? The procrastination. Yeah. ADHDers only have one nationality. They are part of the procrastination. Maybe I do want to use... Ooh, yes. This looks actually pretty nice. And it still looks very much like Nick Cage. The teeth are going to be funky, because I have to be really careful. Not that I'm going to add a second lip or something. That would be kind of weird. Not that that's not already weird as it is. I'd say I fight for procrastination, but I'd be lying in bed. I mean, you're quite the patriot of the procrastination, it seems. One of our national heroes, I guess. Oh dear. Maybe I'll go render something that's a bit easier to read. Just to not go insane with the lighting. Not the good type of insane, the I don't want to do this anymore kind of insane. I try true patriot right here. Yeah, that you are. The only station in the nation. Procrastination. Okay, the way I'm pronouncing it, it almost sounds like crusty station. The procrastination. I mean, how can you be against Krusty the Clown? Still want to have a little bit of a sharp edge right there. At least to a degree. It's a little bit cold. I'll actually put a little bit more clothing on. I guess just a t-shirt and a pair of pants doesn't suffice. Sometimes when I'm getting a little bit too cold, I'll just throw on my my bathrobe. And everything's fine. And if it's getting really, really bad, I still have a Snuggie. Which I also can wear like a robe. I like my robes. Very much do. The crust must bust here in the procrastination. Oh dear. What have I done again? I hope the shading makes sense. Not 100% sure, but I think it's good enough. At least it makes enough sense for me to be readable. Probably not perfect, but good enough. You are the combuster-in-chief of procrastination. The combustor? Am I an engine now? I'm pretty sure I'm not a machine. Thanks for your faith in me, I guess? The combustor-in-chief. Ba-bum, bum-bum, da-da-da-da, da-da. Full circle back to train at the procrastination station. Yes. Bop, 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 bop. No, I think this one's from... Let me think. I think this one's from Wind Waker. We really want to go full train. We have to listen to Spirit Tracks soundtrack, which honestly, I played Spirit Tracks on the DS. It's kind of funky. Like it's not the perfect game. It's certainly not the perfect Zelda game, but it's interesting. not resist whenever I was riding the train somewhere to sound my horn fitting to the soundtrack. I could not resist. I had to. The game demanded it from me. Okay, since the might have messed up a little bit with the lighting, but I think I can fix that just by trying to put the shadow a little bit further up and draw out the light a little bit further in that direction. And I'll just blend it out. There we go. That looks much better. World travel for Dragon Quest 9 was done with a golden flying train. It was awesome. Ah, I can't imagine. Which also reminds me, I still have to get to the trains in Satisfactory. Probably going to go mad when I'm getting there. There's so much to do before I can actually unlock the trains in Satisfactory. On brand for our train talk, throw those tracks in there. Ah! I mean, I could. I'll have to look for it. Let's see. I think that's the one. But we currently have ad break. And I'll finish my pudding. Finally. We go on. Also, I really need to pee again. Ah! Hum. Pudding eaten. Nom. Yes, yes. I know. I'll be right back. I has returned from the toilets. And I'll be getting back into my bathrobe. Because it's nice and cozy and warm. Also, ad break's over. Has been for a little bit. There we go. So let's see how far we can get. For at least another hour. I think I can do that. What do you think? Can I do another hour? Or will I just succumb to the madness and my brain not cooperating? Nah, my brain is fine. I'll just need a little bit to drink, and then I'll be good. Didn't even drink up my iced tea. So I think my microphone's a little bit loud. I just noticed that I'm overshooting hard. I'm very sorry for those with sensitive ears. I didn't mean to do that to you. This guy still looks like Nicolas Cage. Mission accomplished. Ist ein Typ. Let's see if I can maybe get those hands a little bit better while rendering. It would be kind of nice. But as we all know, hands are the bane of each of our existences. Even though we use them every day, we don't even know, we still don't know how to draw them without going absolutely insane. I'm not quite sure if this actually fits. A little bit struggling with those folds down here. It's probably because the lighting angle is a little bit weird. I have to admit, I chose a bit of a weird lighting angle. And now I'm paying the price for it. Kinda sucks, but well. I made this bed, now I have to lay in it. Oh, wait. Of course, this can't get any darker. I keep using a smudge tool. Stupid Feldy. Very stupid Feldy. I definitely need a smudge tool here. Soften that edge a little bit. Doesn't look like a ironing fold like here. Kinda need to add a little bit of shade there if I want to keep that that iron fold on that side. I also should add one here, so I might need to actually add a bit of an edge. Around here. Also don't want to add unnecessary materials, so this, and I'll add a bit more from that fold right here. Not quite. Made another, I made another save by accident. Which is kind of interesting, because I actually don't even know how to save duplicates. But I keep on doing it on accident because of the configuration of my controller. Which is gonna make doing the time lapses a little bit awkward, because I don't know if that's actually saved extra or if it's still in the same folder. Let's just hope it's in the same folder. So I kind of want to make that a little bit darker. Maybe add a bit of a rim light right there, so you can see that that's the edge of the ribbon. It kind of looks like a ribbon, but it probably isn't. Also need to add a lot of detail to this one. think the shading for this is going to be pretty. It's that time of the stream again, guys and gals. Be gone, butts! Love saying that. I really do love saying that. Technically actually add that to the soundboard, to the Tangia soundboard, for shits and giggles. So if you spot a bot, you can just go, ha! Yes, you missed the bot, yeet. Well, that's on you. Yeah, would be kind of funky. So you can more or less report a bot in my chat by just getting the soundboard thingy. Gotta record that at some point. Just for that. I can actually add my own sounds to Tangia, as far as I'm concerned. At least a certain amount of them. And then I have to pay for premium. If I'm correct. Which I hope I am. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I can actually add my own sounds. I probably should do that. Especially the Be Gone bot. Also means you guys can actually request. As long as I have still free slots, of course. Because I really don't want to... I honestly don't want to pay for anything premium. Especially not yet. Maybe later if I have a bit of a surplus. I'll have that bend away a little bit. But yeah, I think I can actually add my own sounds to Tangia. So we could technically build up a little bit of a soundboard library just for funsies. Does he still look like Nicolas Cage? At this point, I'm not so extremely, not super sure about it. I think he somewhat had a little bit of a monobrow back then. Back in the day of Vampire's Kiss. Really weird movie. Really, really weird movie. I have that weird tendency of watching reviews of movies and then wanting to watch the wanting to watch the movie itself. It's also how I got to In the Mountain of Madness. Because I kind of found a guy doing mostly reviews of either trashy or weird horror movies. I think it actually was Poltergeist. Yeah, it was a Poltergeist review. Really cool guy. His brand of weird is just great. Especially because he really likes to dress up a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit, as the characters themselves, but with his own spin. Kinda like that stuff. So maybe check his channel out if you can. If you're into anything horror movie, I'd like him. Because he's also covering the bad ones. That's something that's lots of fun. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Little bit of right here, a little bit of pink there, so he's having a little bit of a contrast. It's not perfect. Well, that's kind of funky. We're actually having some Bloodborne stuff. Oh, Cleric Beast. Oh, the Cleric Beast is hard. Cleric Beast is really tough. And I think it's even one of the first or one of the early bosses in the game. Just kind of like how we're doing this Mikolas cage. In the meantime, there's actually Bloodborne soundtrack. Love that. Absolutely love that. Would have been even better if it was actually Mikolas' theme. I'm not even sure if he... Does he even have a theme in the game? Because most bosses do, but I think Mikolas is not mandatory? Okay, now Bloodborne freaks are going to hate me because I don't know the game. But I got an excuse. I don't even own a PS3. Or a PS4. I think it was running a lot better on the PS4. Also, still kind of mad that we still haven't gotten a PC port for Bloodborne. Like, Miyazaki, what's wrong with you? Or nah, it's not even Miyazaki's fault. I don't wanna blame him for us PC players not having a port for Bloodborne. And I especially have no right to actually complain since I'm also doing the whole Linux thing. So, but hey, I'm not complaining at all when it comes to Linux ports. Like, Proton is definitely helping a lot with running stuff. I still have to see if I can actually figure out if there's a way to run Affinity Studio on Linux somehow. When they were asking what kind of feature we want for Affinity, of course I said we want a Linux port, and there were a lot of likes. And I really hope that one day, one beautiful, beautiful day, you will get a Linux version for anything Affinity. Because I really want to get back onto the suite. It's so nice to work with it. And it has been really nice to work with it. A little bit miffed because I couldn't manage to run Affinity stuff. Also, for a little bit of explanation, Affinity Suite is basically a good replacement for Adobe. So if you are a person that is starting to dislike Adobe very, very much, and you're looking for alternatives, Affinity Serif might be up your alley because they basically made a publisher. They basically made an InDesign themselves, something like InDesign themselves. They made a replacement for Illustrator, and they made a decent replacement for Photoshop. I can very much recommend that, so you might want to look into that in case you are kind of fed up with the whole Adobe stuff. And I'm also very much recommending, if you wanna completely switch away from Adobe, Windows or not, doesn't matter, and you do video editing, I would definitely recommend you have a look into DaVinci Resolve. I've been using that for a while now for editing videos. To be fair, I'm not doing too much because for me editing videos is a little bit of a pain in the butt. I'm not having fun editing videos. That's mostly because most of my creative process is very music driven. That's also why I have background music right here. My nose is running. Why? Why? Don't run away, little nose. Don't run away, my little nose. I still need you. I need my schnoz. I hope that the shadow right there still makes sense. I think it does. Now this is still part of the front. I really hope that I can somewhat make this work well enough. mean, I think this is still pretty visible. Maybe I want to go a bit more into the greens. A bit more into the purples when it comes to the darker parts, but I'll pick it from there. Kind of looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. Like, I really like the magenta against the green. Has a really nice complementary contrast. The thing. Add a little bit of black, right? Have hints of those of the back of that cage, so that the face is still nicely visible against the cage. So the head cage. I want to actually go through here. All right. I think 3.5 hours is enough. 3.5 hours is definitely enough. So I guess it shall be time for me to maybe find someone to raid. We're just 3 people, but hey. Hey! Let's see who we can raid right now. Who do we have here? Maybe someone I'm following that would. I think I got my raid-y. Raid-y. We shall be raiding Zombie Guts. He's working on nice and dark artwork. And I hope you like her work as much as I do. Until then, I hope you liked what you saw. And I hope I'll see you next time, which hopefully will be tomorrow. We'll see. Alright, I'll see you over there. Bye bye.